The biggest story of the week, Barnaby Joyce hocking his box to Channel 7.
Nationals MP Barnaby Joyce is on leave from his parliamentary duties, effective immediately in the fallout from the $150,000 fee that he and his partner Vicky Campion accepted for a tell-all interview about their relationship.
The Sunday night exclusive, nothing off limits.
I failed.
Wow, that's 30 grand per fail. That's a pretty good work. Now, this interview marks the first time that we get to hear from Barnaby's partner, Vicky Campion.
I can't help it. We can't help you fall in love with it.
Oh, but wouldn't it be great if you could, huh? There will be more on Barnaby later in the show, you better believe it. The Queensland Supreme Court has frozen all of Clive Palmer's assets. So that's 3 dinosaurs and half a Titanic. And with hundreds of workers out of pocket after the collapse of his nickel company, Clive went on 7:30 to explain himself.
The administrators also make the point that the verbal offer that was made to pay out entitlements was not credible because it was made by the director of Queensland Nickel, your nephew, Clive Mensink, who is now a known fugitive.
Well, he wasn't a known fugitive then.
Yeah, Your Honour, you cannot convict my client because before he committed that murder, he was 100% not a murderer. I tell you what, if this interview wins a Walkley, it should go to the person who did the captions.
Well, let me pick up that point, Mr Palmer, before you go on. If I can pick up that point, please. If I can pick up that point, please, because the administrator...
No, I'd like to finish.
I would like to address the point that you've just raised.
If I can.
I'd like to address the point
I'd like to finish. I haven't finished it.
I would like to address the point that you've just raised, and then you're free to make another point.
You'll just have to... No,
Mr Palmer...
I'm free to say what I want.
Mr Palmer, I would like you... If the interview is going to carry on like this... If you want me to continue the
interview, I suggest you keep quiet.
Mr Palmer, if you've got nothing to hide, I'm just wondering why you can't answer a question relating to the point that you just made. My question relates directly...
But who typed vroom? Great news. According to Senator Ian McDonald, we don't need a new Race Discrimination Commissioner because racism, not a thing.
I find it very difficult to find any but very rare cases of racism in Australia. Yes. No. As a white guy, I've noticed that too. But if you don't believe him, here's his proof. In my own society up in here, I mean, the greatest hero, in fact, the King of North Queensland is Jonathan Thurston, who, if only I could get him to run for a political party, he'd walk it in. He's the absolute hero. That's right. Australians can't be racist because we love Indigenous footy players. Well, look, that was different. All right? That was different. There's been more bad news for Aussie cricket.
Well, 2 Australian cricketers have been embroiled in a match-fixing scandal. The explosive allegations were aired as part of an Al Jazeera documentary which claimed the batsmen were paid to bat slowly in a test against India. Paid to bat slowly in Test cricket? Who could tell the difference? It's the perfect crime. But the real crime here was how Al Jazeera covered the story.
To discover how the underworld syndicates operate, I went undercover as a British businessman. I was interested in buying inside information about fixers in test matches, the highest level of the international game.
Yes, when I think British businessman, I think bracelet and pinky ring set. But this was just the first step.
We had to convince Manaur that we had the money to do business.
That is how serious we are.
Ooh, briefcase serious. A new Australian record was set this week.
A crackdown on parents with outstanding child support payments leaving the country has netted a record $10.4 million.
In one case, a father fronted up with $350,000 on the spot, and once the debt was cleared, he was free to go.
350 grand on the spot at an airport? How many giant Toblerones was he planning to buy? 3? Now, these guys must be pretty serious about getting to Bali.
That is how serious we are.
Yeah, briefcase serious.